Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be opening this package here because it contains a new coin album that I bought, and in this video we're going to be transferring some coins from one of my pre-decimal albums into this album. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start by opening this up. I'm not sure if there's paperwork in here, but find out. Yes, there is. Just get that out of the way. And there's some bubble wrap, which is nice to see, protecting the package. So you might have seen, let me just get the box out of the way. You might have seen a blue colour. Now, if I remove this, it's proving a bit difficult. Bear with. 1 second. Wow, that was hard to get off, but anyway, here we go. Look at this. So, I bought myself a 1902 to 1929 Whitman coin album. So, this is for pennies, so as you can see we got all of the coins here, and it's in relatively nice shape. I paid £10.80 for this, plus £3.80 postage, which is quite a lot, but it was a lot because it was fast postage. And overall it's in very, very nice condition, very, very good condition, maybe just apart from that, but it's in a very, very nice condition. So in this video we are going to be transferring some coins into this album from this main pre-decimal coin album. So I thought it'd be a good idea to make this video so then you guys can see what sort of pennies, King George V pennies I've got, because they're all going to be Edward and King George V pennies that go into this album. So I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to show you my penny date run, show you what's coming out of this album, take these coins out of the album off camera, and then I'm going to show you me putting the coins into the album into their designated spots. So this is all of the pre-decimal coins and some of my territory coins. This is where my date run begins. So if I just move the camera here, you can see that we've got this page here. This runs from Edward and it goes all the way down to the 1918 KN penny. So all of this page is going to come out, and then we're going to be taking everything out of here up until 1930. So let me just go and do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I've taken them out, and what I've decided to do is I've mixed them up so they're not in date order. So we're going to pick one off this pile at random, and then we'll put it in the book in its designated place. So it's not going to go in date run order, it's just going to go in random order. I just think that makes it a bit more interesting. But before we do that, I'm going to look at these two pennies here, because this album needs obverses. So if I quickly open this album up, you might be able to see that there is an obverse there and an obverse there. So we're going to I'm quickly going to put these in. So these are for Edward VII. So we need that one there. So it's in 1905. It's got quite a nice obverse, so I'll put that in there for our Edward VII obverse. These are quite stiff because this album is basically brand new, because these Whitman albums, they made them in their millions, so it's not that hard to find one in new condition, so you can still find them brand new. But yeah, anyway, let's get these obverses in there. So that's done. Okay, so now we got the obverses in. Let's pick one at random, and we'll just put them in the album, and hopefully this is an enjoyable video seeing this album fill up. Just as a FYI, I don't have all of the dates for this album. I'm missing a 1918 Heaton, a 1919 Heaton, and a 1926, but I've got all the other dates apart from them, so there'll be 3 gaps in this album, but I've got all the other dates apart from them. So here we've got a 1910 Edward VII. So 1910 is going to be at the bottom here, just there. So I'm going to have to try and find a system to put these in, because we are a bit limited for space. So I'll tell you what I can do. I think I'll line the album up at the back. I'll line the album up like that, and then I'll bring these coins in, and then we'll get a bit of lights, and then we can actually see the coins a bit better. Okay, I think that will work. So next one is from 1911, so that will be George V. Now there is one thing to look out for on these coins. There is a variant called the hollow neck penny. We unfortunately don't have it here, but if you have a hollow neck penny, the hollow will be in this area here, and those are pretty scarce, so one in this condition might be worth £20 if you had that coin. But yeah, they're quite common coins. Another thing I like about these Whitman albums is they have the mintages. So for example, this has got a mintage of over 23 million, so it's very, very common. But yeah, we need it for this album, so let's put that in there. Move the pole back in. Next one is 1918 no mint mark, which is just there. So I'll put that in. There we go. That one's in. Very, very tricky to do this video. Actually, I'll think of another way. Hang on. I'll do it like that. Hopefully this doesn't damage the folder. Because we got George V, so they're going to be mainly on this page. 1919. No mint mark, that's on the next page. So I think I'm going to have to move the pages around a bit. So that one's just there. 1919, so let's get that in there. Without damaging the album. Next one is 1902 Edward, so first year in the album. Starts at 1902 and ends in 1929. Quite difficult to do this. We'll get by. Okay, that one goes there. You really got to press these in, because if you just, for example, if you just put it in like that and don't press it in, it will just fall out. Well, it's not falling out there, but it will just fall out. That one is a 1903, so we are going to put it in that slot. So that was pretty handy. I didn't assume it was going to be 1903, but it was 1903. That's a 1929, so that's going to be the last year of issue. So that one's going to be all the way at the back. So that's just down there. Can't see it that well, but it's there. 49 million of them. Very, very common coin. So just get that in there. Unfortunately, these aren't going to be very straight, but I promise you I will straighten them up at the end of the video. 1928, so that's the next one. So let's put that in there. Next one is George V, 1921. So that one's just there. There we go. What have we got next? 22. That's just there. 16 million 1922s, but look at the mintage at 1921. 129 million. I think this is the highest minted in the album. Yeah, definitely. Very, very common. Very, very high mintage figure. 1909, so that will be Edward the 7th. So let's put that one there. Just next to that, 1910. Straighten them up as best as I can. Another Edward, 1908. So that goes next to it. 31 million of them. The lowest minted year in this album is the 1919 KN, even though it has a combined mintage figure with the 1919H, but it has a mintage figure of around 630,000. I do have that coin, so that one will be going in our album today. It's a very, very scarce coin to own. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I've got one. Oh, I've completely messed this up, haven't I? God, completely messed this up. Don't want to damage this because I paid like £10 for this. I mean, it's quite a fair bit for an album, isn't it? So that goes just there. 1920. Next one, 1927. So that one goes there, next to the 1928. Then we've got, there we go, 1919 KN. Now look at that. That is a really, really nice shape. KN is fully visible. Britannia's shield is very visible. Very, very nice condition coin. In that grade, I'd expect to get probably about £20 for that. Very, very nice coin. And yeah, I can put that one in the album today. So that one can go just there. That's usually the spot that never gets filled in these albums. And there's certain spots in Whitman albums that never get filled, but in this Whitman album, that spot's getting filled definitely. Here we got a 1907, so that's Edward. So that is here. There we go. 47 million of them. The Edwards are quite common. Only in the high grades, that's when they tend to be valuable. Anything in the lower grades is going to be quite common unless it's a special variant or minting error. Next one's 1904, that one goes there, 12 million. Again, pretty common. What's this one? When's this one from? 1905 there. That one is going to go there. Straighten it up as best as I can, but like I say, I will at the end of the video properly straighten them up and make sure they're really nice, because even I do get a little bit vexed if the coins aren't straight. Okay, here we've got the 1918 KN, another pretty tough one to get. That will be here. There we go, there it is. Combined mintage figure of around 3 million, so yeah, pretty scarce. It's probably pretty scarce compared to the Heaton one. It's not going in properly, hang on. There you go, that's in now. 1917. That's gonna be on this page. 107 million of them. Golden coin. Let's get that in. Proving very difficult to get these in. Usually it's not that hard to get coins in a Whitman album, but today it's proving to be quite tricky. When's this one from? 1906, so that's just gonna go there. So that's our Edwards done, 37.9 million of them. There we go, let's get that in there. So we've got all of the Edwards now. Next coin, 1916. That's not a broken tooth. I do have a broken tooth, 1916 and 1915, but there's no slots for them in this album, so those will just go into my better coins. I don't actually keep them in an album, I keep them in that, if you're a regular viewer, I keep them in that black cash box. I've seen that on my channel if you're a regular viewer. Here we go, I've got 1912H Eton. What's that? I think that, didn't I? Oh, I put the 1911 in the 1912H slot by accident, so that's 1911, that's supposed to go there, my bad. And then the 1912H can go there. 16 million of them, again relatively common, but they are worth a little bit more than the 1912 because that one's pretty common. There we go, 1912 without the H, pretty common coin. 48 million of them. Next one is 1915. So that one is gonna go just there. Let's put that there. And here's the penultimate one, 1914. And then should be 1913 for our last one. There we go, 1913. So, that's the majority of this album filled. Obviously not the entire thing. We've got some slots missing, but I've got nearly all of them. We're just missing the 1919 and 1918H and that 1926. Oops, one's just fallen out. That 1904. Problem with these Whitman albums, sometimes the coins can fall out if you don't put them in correctly. Hope that wasn't too loud, apologies if it was. But yeah, there we go, that's the album, so that can join my other one there. That's my 1881 to 1901 album, so let me just slot that in with that. And yeah, that concludes today's video, guys. So, bit of commotion going on with putting those coins in, but I hope you enjoyed seeing that. It's always nice to see a good old Whitman album, and yeah, it's nice to be filling a Whitman album with coins. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, maybe consider checking some of my other ones out. I've got more other amazing videos on coins on my channel, so please go and check them out if you're interested in coins. And if you want to go further, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, and it helps my channel grow. So yeah, thank you as always for watching the video. And yeah, if you subscribe, I'll see you in my next video. So yeah, thanks for watching.